impromptu Friday night session. Tonight we're going to be taking our first look at what's called IBIS, which is we'll find out what it is in just one moment here. After I get my screen, I will be working with my Slackware virtual machine, Slackware 15. I'll also be using the Anaconda's distribution to manage my environment. So what is IBIS? It says a portable Python data frame library. An open source data frame library that works with any data system. Use the same API for only 20 different backends. The default is Duckdb, but you can work with Oracle, you can work with Sybase, all these different databases you can actually work with. Again, and here's the data frame channel right there. All right. I'll be sure to include a link to that and a series of videos in the description below. As always, comments are welcome both either in the chat session or in the comments underneath the video at the conclusion. Again, so you can come back over here, and here's all our back ends here. Let's get started over here. We're actually starting with a different data set. We're actually starting with a data set that has to do with Avocado Sales. Let's go to I've already updated my environment, so we don't do that. But of course, I do recommend every day when you start up your you got to make sure to keep your environments up to date. Okay, that's very important. So we go over here now and say, all right. And there you can see our data here, someplace. If I can learn to spell. There's our volume. There's our data there. I've already done some cleanup on the column names. So let's now fire this baby up and see what happens. Okay. If I can type, start IPython. So we're going to say import. Now, and here's your tip for this. In order to do a command completion, use your right arrow. Okay, then skip that. Then say then we want to do dot. Options, again, right arrow, interactive. Interactive basically returns results immediately from the underlying code or query. What else? For right now, that's probably it. Now again, by default, what happens is it takes the code, the Python code, translates it into Duckdb SQL and runs it on the Duckdb engine in the background. Then it returns the results. We are not, of course, this is all done. Remember, we're not even creating a real table in Duckdb. We may just create a temporary table. Okay, so we could begin by let's do a df equals. And the first thing we're going to do, we want to drop these. Remember, you got these three columns up here, all the PLUs. We're going to drop those. So here's your first function for this evening. Actually, your second function. So we're calling the IBIS read_CSV function. Then we're dropping these three columns here, and we're creating a new data frame called df. And df immediately returns the first row. As you notice we have this nice colored this nice colored thing here. We got average price, we got date, the sales, we got average price. We got total volume, I guess I don't know what total volume actually. Total volume may be the total number of avocados actually sold. Large bags, let's see if we can do something else here. df.sch schema Okay, right, so we got average price, total volume, which I'm guessing is the actual number of avocados, okay? So this is average price for avocado. And this is the total avocados. And this is the total, and this is the number of bags sold. And we got type, we got region. Type is either conventional or organic. Number of bags. Okay. So let's see if we could come over here and do a count. So we got 53,000 rows, okay? What's the first thing we could do? Now, I'll mention that there is a couple ways to refer to a column. This is certainly is the one way, just by name, okay? All right. You can also, if we're doing, say, a select statement, okay, we could say date. You can again use the full name, or in quotes, or you could use the data frame and the column name. Except that didn't work, did it? Okay, so that did work. So again, you could either use the quotes, or you can use or you can use the full name. Now there is one other way we can do this. I'm going to just show you another way. You can do a import. Let's see, from IBIS import underscore. So now let's try this. Yeah. So what the underscore does, it replaces the name of it replaces the name of the data frame, okay, or the table, okay. So it makes it a little easier. So let's try something over here then. Suppose we did count So now we got a count of the number of orders by day. Okay. Now, can we do this? Can we say do this? Order. Okay, so we got to order by the date count. So can we say, well, it's kind of odd that all these so can we say df dot select underscore dot e So it says date count, right? So can we do an order by at the end of this? Well, there's a name. Yes, its date count is not defined. Okay. Let's do this. Let's create all right. Well, we probably have to do this, I'm guessing. Well, let's try this. There has to be a period in it. Ah, okay, good. Well, we should be able to do this. So let's check our code over here. Interactive mode getting started. Common operations, order by. Well, so there's the order by. Let's try DESC. Let's try. So we have what? We have 1, 2. What I'm doing, I'm counting the. I'm counting the brackets. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, there it worked. Good. So again, it's just like with the pandas and numpy. You have to call a library and the function. Okay. Now, what would happen if I can type import so we got a table with two columns now, don't we? So that's PLT. So that pop up a screen. I thought that may pop up a screen, but it doesn't. Okay, so let's see what happens here now. So we got that. There's our plot. Very nice. Except we got it backwards, don't we? So what can we do? We can come back over to here and say dot, comma, still doesn't make a lot of sense, but at least we got the numbers on the bottom here. Now here's a question. So what? So the date is a date. No. I wonder if the date's still a date, and we got a count. Yeah, because what we did is we counted the number of orders by day, and it's actually pretty consistent. Okay. So what else you want to do? Let's do this. Let's do so the good news is that we got the plot to run. That's the most important thing. Let's try one other thing. Just for the fun, let's just try one other thing and see what goes on. Here we say, does this work? come back up here, get started. Somewhere they had a okay. So let's try a, well shoot, how do you make, oh, geez, how do you make a bar plot? And my light just went out then. Hang on 1 second here. I'll be right back. Bar. Suppose we came over here and we said plot, we said okay, well, okay, let's try this. Let's try dot and a number of orders are almost complete. Suppose we do this now. Well, let's try this. This apparently doesn't want to work. So let's do this then. So if the first column is X, where do I put the oh, okay. So how can we pass uh, so we're not really making a lot of progress here, are we? Let's do again. Let's try this. df Okay. Let's do this. Group by type dot aggregate underscore period Let's try this. If you know what I'm doing wrong here, be sure to just let me know, okay? Or do we actually put this outside? Oh, very nice. Very nice. That'll be the total bags, right? Okay. You know that underscore function really works quite well, doesn't it? So the average of the total bags, right, per order is 399,000 for the conventional and only 35,000 plus for the non-conventional. Let's try something a little funkier. Import. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You can see that. So you can see that you can see that the conventional far outweighs the organic in sales in terms of the. So what this is the average number of bags ordered for each one of these types. Okay, so let's come back over here then. And come back over here. There. And with that, my dear friends, I'm going to bring this session to a close. We actually got quite a bit accomplished in the end. I think at this point, Seaborn is probably the way to go. It's just so much easier. You know, all we do is we do the initial query in the back end. We create a new table for it. Then we just use Seaborn to plot the table. Okay, so anyway, that's it for this evening's show. We'll see you back over here probably Sunday night to begin working on Project 6 of our Furniture Mart data sales using Python. Okay, but be sure to keep click the bell icon to be notified, because there's going to be more IBIS coming down the pike. As I learn more, you will learn more. Okay, thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you Sunday evening, 9 p.m.